Dear students, good afternoon everyone. So my name is Sheikh Rahman. I am from Civil Department, working as assistant professor in Anwar Engineering College. So according to our course point of Google Class video recording point of. So today we are discussing about the environmental pollution, the course related point of one of the beautiful topic. Especially nothing but of here the quality standards, air quality standards point of today we are discussing about the air quality standards. So particularly here must and should nowadays these different kind of activities point of air quality should be reducing, should be decreasing day by day or month by month, year by year. For example, you take the scenario of the example point of our Delhi, our capital of the nation. We have current scenarios point of we are not able to take the breath without mask point of. So particular point of what kind of requirement, what kind of parameters has to be desired for air quality point of today we are discussing about, today we are going about that one. So here we are going to main topic point of. So particularly here air quality standards point of. So see, air quality standards are scientifically or established concentration limits for various air pollutants to ensure that the air remains safe for human health and ecosystem and property. Nothing but particular parameters are made, particular pollutant should be there in that air. That air we are maximum saying that is contaminated or polluted air, that not suitable for the human health point of, at the same time of ecosystem point of, at the same time of some of the historical structures will be there, maybe Taj Mahal, maybe for example Taj Mahal, Red Fort, kind of some of the historical places will be there. Those will be affected. Why? Because of some unwanted particles or maybe unwanted impurities, unwanted pollutant particles, substances will be there in the air, and automatically air quality should be decreased, should be reduced. So the particular point of we have to be, some of the standards should be maintained. Who are given the standards, particularly which kind of standards we have to follow based on the WHO, World Health Organization point of NAAQS, National Ambient Air Quality Standards, and also EPA, Environmental Protection Agency in different countries. So every country should be maintained by the NAAQS at the same time of EPA. For example, we take Indian Ambient Air Quality Standards. For example, we take US Ambient Air Quality Standards. At the same time of here, Environmental Protection Agency in different countries point of Indian Environmental Protection Agencies or maybe US Environmental Protection Agencies. So particularly every country must and should mandatory these all have to be followed. Why? Because of those are the organization should be maintained, should be given some standards. Those standards should be followed every industry or maybe every political point of, or maybe every government should be followed that particular parameters and standards. Otherwise, what will happen? We are not able to maintain that air quality standards. Should be environment will be affected, human ecosystem will be affected, especially human health mostly affected. So those kind of problems, very point of we should follow by the some of the organization given standards should be maintained as in we have air quality standards point of. And next one, purpose of air quality standards. Air quality standards are created to prevent human health effects. Already I told you. So first of all, its main agenda aim is to prevent human health effects, especially respiratory problems, because of the surveying point of our circumstance point of, or maybe our living purpose. We should take some air. That air will be polluted. First, we are facing some respiratory problems and cardiovascular problems and neurological problems. So different kind of health issues has to be we are getting when we are taking that air. The air should not be purified. That way air will be not going to be in good condition. We should face different kind of health issues, different kind of health problems. Especially the air quality standards. Why we are follow? Because of the first purpose is to prevent human health effects point of what kind of health problems, respiratory problems, cardiovascular problems and neurological problems, and protect the sensitive groups. For example, small kids will be there, maybe 0 to 5, maybe newly born children or kids are maybe 0 to 5 years or maybe below 10 years small children at the same time of elderly, more than 60, 65 years or 70 years people, or maybe asthma patients also. So those are we are called sensitive group because of because of these people, these groups are not able to bear, not able to having that much of levels to hold to control the problems, to restrict the problems point of, especially the children. So for example, 5 years below children, we have to be they don't know what kind of air quality they have to be breathed, what kind of gases has to be taken. So because of should we take care for that one, that kind of children. At the same time of elder peoples, if in case more polluted gases, polluted gases are concentrated, more concentrated polluted content particles will be there in that gas, so or maybe in that air, maximum they has to be seriously injured. So maybe asthmatic patients also should be required proper good quality conditions, right? So next one, reduce environmental damage, nothing but of the acid rains and smog and crop loss. For example, acid rain means, for example, for a number of the industries nowadays, every industry should be discharged or emitted by the pollutant gas particles or toxic gases into the environment, into the surrounding areas. Those are the gases caused for the greenhouse effects or greenhouse gases, or also maybe those are caused for the chemical reaction point of, they have to be making of the acid rains. Those are the acid rain maximum caused for the crop loss. Unfortunately, rainfall, heavy rainfall, pandemic situations has to be created, and also more uncertain, unexpected rainfalls, especially those rains having some acidity because of some toxic pollutants or unwanted substances getting some chemical reaction point of, especially industrial areas, surrounding areas, we should facing some acid rain problems. For the best example now, one of the historical seventh world wonders point, one of the world wonder. So nothing Taj Mahal should be decayed because of these industrial areas, surrounding industrial areas, mainly causes for that, because of acid rains will be fallen. So those acid rains should be decayed of the, and maybe the structure will be strength will be reducing due to the acid rains point of. Provide guidelines for industries and urban planning. So first should every industry or maybe urban planning point out, must we have to provide some guidelines because of the urban planning or urban development point of, for example, 100 acres area will be there. So 25 acres for the allotted for the industrial areas, 25 acres for the sensitive areas, or maybe schools, or maybe judicial point of, or hospitals, etc., universities, etc. And remaining 25% have allotted for the commercial point of, remaining 25% allotted for the domestic survival point of, or maybe colonies, apartments, etc. So for the particular point of, there should be these air quality standards point of those agents given by the proper guidelines for the guidance and planning for that one. Okay, and next one, legal basic pollution control enforcement should be whatever have to be doing, that should be legal, must legal point of. Types of air quality standards, primary standards and secondary standards. Primary standards point of designed to protect public health and also set limits for the pollutants directly affect humans. And secondary standards point of protect environmental quality, vegetation, buildings and ecosystem. Usually less strict than primary standards. So first of all, primary standards point of to protect public health, set strict limits for the pollutants and directly affected humans. So first of all, public health point they will be worked on it, and second one, environmental quality point. For example, my point of, first of all, environmental will be safe, environmental quality will be good, automatically the people health will be good and good condition. So particularly maybe whatever may be the primary who are living in this society, in the environment, particularly human beings point of that human beings will be healthy is good, then automatically they have to take a precaution, they have to follow the such an restriction process, such an safetyness point of, such a prevention point of, mitigation point of measures they have to follow. So whatever may be simultaneous, the primary standards and secondary standards both are work together, combinedly act, maximum prevent, maximum maintain, maximum prevent all kind of air-related problems. So if you want to be maintained proper air quality standards should be maintained by the primary standards. The standards point of public health related, the primary standards should be worked on by public health point of strict limits for the pollutants that directly affect human beings. Nothing but which of the properties will be directly affect to the human beings. Those kind of aspects should be controlled, should be minimized, should be used for the reason that one. So protection for environmental quality point of should be maintained by the vegetation, buildings and ecosystems, usually less strict than primary standards point of. To compare with the primary standards point of, secondary standards has to be less important, but both should be required for maintained by the good quality standards point of, human being sustainability point of. Okay, and next one is the parameters including the air quality standards. Air quality standards typically specific limits the for key pollutants point of. So particulate matter PM, nothing but particulate matter PM is 2.5 and PM 10. So sulfur dioxide SO2 presentation and nitrogen dioxide NO2 and nitrogen dioxide zone O3, carbon monoxide CO, and lead PB, ammonia NH3, and benzene at the same time of volatile oxidized carbon content point of also be. So should be not able to present in that a point of. If in case they have presented very limited point of, air quality standards typically specify limits for the key pollutants point of particular matter PM is 2.5 and PM 10, sulfur dioxide SO2, nitrogen dioxide NO2 and ozone O3, carbon monoxide CO and lead PB, ammonia NH3 and benzene. So these kind of aspects should be presented in limited formation. If in case having more concentration should be faced by the air quality point of, or should be affected by this, should be get from some health issues. So those kind of problems prevention point of what the parameters has to be we are knowing. So these are the aspects, these are the content should be very less limitedly presented in that air. The same time of next one parameters point of we should be given, for example, particulate matter point of 2.4 microgram meter cube, annual point of 40, NAAQS point of nothing but National Ambient Air Quality Standard 29 point of, we have one report will be there. So PM particulate matter 2.4 milligram per meter cube, annual point of 40 and 20 hours point of 60 is the limit. So PM 10 microgram per millimeter cube, so annual point of 60, 24 hours point of 100, and O3 ozone 8 hours point of 100, and also NO2 nitrogen dioxide annual point of 40, 24 hours point of 80, and SO2 sulfur dioxide annual point of 50 and 24 hours point of 80, and carbon monoxide milligram per meter cube. See, everything is microgram, but here microgram, here nothing but CO is represented by the milligram. Everything is micro, but CO is milligram per meter cube, 8 hours point of 2. So we have to imagine how much of the problematic, how much of the so problematic it is, because of the nothing but of carbon monoxide every vehicle, nothing but of the different kind of vehicles, different kind of industries should be discharged emitted by the toxic gases CO. So that particular point of carbon monoxide is very dangerous for that in society, and air quality decreasing point of degrading point of. So particularly we are maintaining proper CO carbon monoxide, but 8 hours, everything has the annual point of 40, 60, but 8 hours point of it represented by the 2. So these are the standards should be maintained with the agency's point of, maybe WHO point of, NAAQS point of, we should maintain proper standards. Okay, and next one. So how air quality standards are used? Nothing but of the government evaluation air quality standard index. How we are used? Because of air quality index. Air quality index play a crucial role for the level based on this standards point of. Industries must be installed pollution control devices to comply, and say cities are must be implemented by the action plans GRAP in Delhi point of ground reporting air pollution point of in Delhi, and used for the legal enforcement of the pollution control boards and guide environmental impacts assessment in new projects. So should be legal. Maximum everything will be making anything rank, or maybe everything will be there legal point of. If in case not followed, legal action should be taken. Otherwise, because of the we are facing environmental problems and human health problems point of, those were prevention point of, we should maintain by the air quality index. It will be surveying point of, or maybe analysis point of every place or cities or industries point particularly we are mentioned air quality index. If index will be very low, nothing but low standards will be there, the pollution very high, so air quality will be more, then automatically air quality standards should be great. The particular conditions livelihood and also maybe lifestyle should be changed. Lifestyle should also be great, and also human health also be in a good condition. Importance of air quality standards: prevent air pollution related diseases. Maximum importance is to have to control by the air pollution related diseases. Support sustainable industries growth and project agriculture, forest and water bodies point of, and provide scientific basis for the regulatory actions point of. Long-term environment and economic stability point of. First of all, we reduce the problems, and in sustainable industry growth point of, without effect of the surrounding human beings point of, and also protect agriculture and forest point of, water bodies point, not to be contaminated by the forest and water bodies point of. So long-term environmental, economic, sustainability point of, and provide scientific basis for the regulatory actions point of. So these are the importance for the air quality standards. And finally, I am ready for conclude this section. My dear students, if you have any doubts, please text me as possible as I have to be given to answer and reply and clarify your doubts also. Thank you very much.